It's really nice because we're promoting Australia and hopefully people will come.
Could you tell people why should they come to Australia? What's so good about it?
I think Australia is so good because even if you're from a different country and you live in a different country, you feel homesick leaving there, and all the people are so nice and homey.
Talk to us about continuing your dad's legacy and the decision to do what he does, and you're going to have your own show. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I really want to continue my dad's legacy with wildlife work, and it's really nice because I can actually sing and dance, and that's saving wildlife and singing and dancing is my passion.
What do you think your dad would have thought of all this tonight in this tribute?
I think he would have thought it was great.
You know, that picture behind you is so fabulous.
Yeah.
And do you remember the day it was taken?
Yeah, I do. We took it at the zoo, and a wonderful photographer named Greg Barrett took the photo, and he's doing world famous things in New York, and he's a terrific Australian bloke, and we just loved him. And Steve, as you can imagine, had an extremely low patience threshold, so whenever we had a photographer in, Steve would usually give them about 2 or 3 goes and then move on. So Greg was one of the few people who could capture him.
Unfortunately, last year I was here and we kept missing each other, and I'm really sad of that because I never got to really talk to him. But I am a great admirer of his, and I respect greatly what he did for animals and for wildlife and conservation. And yeah, it's really a great loss.
I did know him a bit, and last year I had seen him again, and my wife and I spent a little time chatting, and I am going to speak about him tonight in terms that I feel he impressed me, and then include, of course, how he's impressed the world with his really literal force of nature.
Keeping each other on the straight, sane, and narrow path. Whenever we get butterflies or sad or a little bit nervous with everything.
I think, he touched so many people in a very personal way. I didn't know him as a man. I knew him as a sort of that crazy figure that I sort of encountered through my children, really, because they thought he was absolutely fantastic. And he was so, his enthusiasm was unbridled. And I think the loss of that sort of positive, outgoing, wild man, it's a really sad thing for everybody.